Last stream, okay. Especially because of last stream, I'm not gonna forget to put up the content warning. So police, racism, substance abuse, mental health. Let's say mental health. After last, what happened in last stream, that was kind of out of left field, but I feel like that's pretty topical. Just in case anyone comes in and is not aware of Disco Elysium, because there's certainly some pretty heavy topics that come up at times. I do not want to surprise anyone with them if they are not prepared. Nice outfit. Oh, thank you, Lavender. Thank you. I feel like Harry would approve of this drip I've got on. You know, we've almost got the full Faln outfit. You know, all we're missing is a sweet racing bike, you know, and then we will just cruise on through Revachol. But we finally have our service weapon. We found the woman who purchased it when we pawned it off. Right. We were going to talk to the Hardy Boys because they're the community people. They are, the police are not, as how things should be. The police are not equipped to handle a mental health situation. There needs to be local help and professionals who are trained specifically to handle such a thing. And the Hardy Boys, despite all of their roughness, are locals and are connected to the community and would know who she is and where she can get some help, now that she is no longer a danger to herself. I'm trying to think of what else. The last stream, we also got to the communist meetup that happens at 2200 every night. We do have a bit of a light reading we need to get to at some point. We can put that off until later. I also might see if I can get the paintbrush from Maggie again, so we can do our fantastic art cop things of painting the wall. Oh, the wall's a blank canvas. Are the Hardy Boys? Oh, fuck. We're gonna have to wait until tomorrow, aren't we? That's annoying.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye-bye, gendarme. Let's see anything over here. Why can't I talk to this person? Well, shice. I guess we can go talk to Maggie real quick. And we'll have to wait until... we'll have to sleep and go tomorrow before we can progress that part of the quest. Hopefully... I mean, it has to be scripted that way because she doesn't meet us until 2200, so it's like by design that we'd have to go and visit the next day. I don't think we talked to Maggie after we visited the communist either, so let's see what she has to say.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell?
Okay, so we've done
I
that.
haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
Yes, indeed. We definitely need more trash
Don't
can
mix
fires.
it up. Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? We rarely see
She wants it to be something true.
Yeah? Fine.
She means the opposite. You've lessened her desire to deface the building. The lieutenant is...
Oh, it's
That is on
Joyce.
her. Someone's got to keep an eye on.
Okay, I don't remember
On
that.
a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
No, I guess I haven't done these dialogue
It's
with
where
her.
they grow whores like her, and they're whoremen.
Kim, is there a whore tree?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
Alright. Well, maybe we get a paintbrush somewhere else. That's not the way down. That's where she lives. Well, not off to a great start. A bit more running around. Let me interrogate the drivers. There's the add the beauty of the wall. Inframaterialism. Van Eyck's Jam Hardcore. I haven't seen anyone else we can talk to about the victims. Well, there's Joyce, but she won't answer us until we get progress on the smuggler situation. I thought we had a lead on that, but it fizzled. Actually, maybe. If Joyce is there, I should check with her just to see if I can do anything. I think she also has 2 dialogue checks. One of them maybe is available. Also, does she sleep on her boat?
Good. What can I help you with?
Oh.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this,
Wait,
it would
there's
be
more
strange
people?
if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbour. I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects. On the contrary, I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects. More lessons in basic reality?
It's
My
Esprit de
favourite part of the
Corps
day.
and
Go ahead, ask me
conceptualization.
anything.
Dolores Day. How many skill points? Oh, I have 6 skill points? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Oh, it's a 20 check. Do I have anything I can put on to improve my odds for
been
conceptualization?
a visit.
Apparently. Alright, hold on. So conceptualization is 5. Do we have any bonuses to it? No. What can we get? So we get +1, 2. I guess up to 7. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, 20 is a pretty bloody difficult check. Yikes. So that's gonna be what, a 7 plus 2 is 9. So we need to roll an 11. So, yay, we improved it by like
You're back.
3 percentage
More
points.
lessons in basic reality?
5 percentage points.
Strange coldness.
Yeah,
Glad to have been of
that's
assistance.
what I thought. Okay, so there's more lorry people we need to interrogate. Don't know where they are, but sure, why not? Are we almost have finished Wasteland of Reality and have that locked in. And then we need another thought, and then we'll have finally maxed everything out, and I might look into swapping some of my other thoughts out. Like, I don't think Hobo Cop is doing anything for me anymore, because we've kind of already collected all the tear. But I mean, they do give other dialogue options, so it's not like it'll stay doing nothing. It's also tempting to put a bunch of skill points in endurance while its cap is raised, and then remove volumetric shit compressor, because that one was kind of nothing. I still can't believe on the first day we failed every single time trying to get the body down from the tree. Just every single possible way, all the skill checks. And it's just, oof. Oh, jeez. Alright, so I need to be up for another couple hours to finish the thought I'm currently internalizing. That's kind of one thing that's a bit of a bugger, is sleeping does not count for time passage on internalizing a thought. All right, let's get some hardcore.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Hell yeah,
Yes,
Noid.
You really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Kim, I just want a
The
boogie.
leader is cutting some futuristic shapes on the floor, sweating profusely. A cell using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
I'm a corrupt cop, Kim. This for a corrupt skin. Genuine to the hardcore lifestyle. You wouldn't understand. I did it for mankind. No, I'm into the hardcore. Noid, what do you think about the church?
Miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
What do you mean by dead bodies?
Bodies are perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual
I saw
collapse.
some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live.
Huh.
Quote, this is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
Where is that quote from?
These man who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother.
So you're not a big fan of the inocentric system.
3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history, built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false core.
I see. False core. All right, all
The
right.
way he says it, the force in false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
And your pro's dance music will
Anodic
supplant the system.
Dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough.
Of course,
And
of
yes,
course. It's
I
gotta
do.
be the anodic dance music.
Sure.
What's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
All right.
It's just a style, you know.
Very suspicious.
People are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called Noid anyway?
Short for paranoid.
You know what? I should have realized that. What good is being suspicious?
A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion. Good call.
I guess that finished syncing our signs. I do want to make the jam harder core. I don't really have a lead.
Good morning, comrade! Yeah! It was awesome and scary. Very hardcore.
Oh right, I forgot we made him a communist.
Too hardcore, in fact. I couldn't control it at all.
What happened?
It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. Starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme!
Inside your chest, the heart beats still with the after effects of the sound. Imagine if you could harness that power, making it pulse.
What if this is the answer to Van Eyck's jam?
But how?
What about the compressor? The one with the spiky hair was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing.
Andre's... Interfacing. All right. So we have some stuff for interfacing, I think. Oh, right. I think it's only our gauntlets. I don't think we have anything else that gives us a bonus to interfacing. These stats are all over the place. I also wish I could sort things or quick view. But I mean, I don't know. The min-maxer in me needs to constantly try and make my odds the best.
Good morning, comrade!
Bzz, 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 goes the track in the background, never ending.
Gods.
You can't grasp what's missing. The young man
Damn
bobs his
it.
head.
All right, we are off to a
Much
great
as
chart.
before.
We're off to a great time. Okay, maybe we need to exit and go back in.
Yeah!
Side chain the beat.
Sidechain it.
Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing, either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely knew everything that interfacing is talking about. Just do that, Egghead. Just what he said, what that voice in my head said.
Then he puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide, wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He starts jumping up and down with bliss in total silence, still listening to
Uh-oh, is he gonna put it on the speakers and it's gonna blast everything again?
What did you do to Egghead, Cop Man? Did you break him?
Just wait and see.
Are you ready, pussy?
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
I was born ready, Egg.
Time to drop the bass with a Dreki dog in hand. Let's go! Okay, but this club is kind of empty right now. It's a little embarrassing.
Speed Freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand.
You just got one dude shuffling. She's like, yeah, I'm dancing, y'all. Yeah! Come on out! Dance in here!
This is beauty! This is life!
What in the world is going on? The way melody and bass flow together, it's unnatural.
This one is for the Anodic generation!
Introducing the ultimate sound!
We have tamed the sound, made it our own.
Damn it! This dance club idea might just work out.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump!
This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered. Who will be the innocence of hardcore Anodic dance music?
Wir sind schlecht, wir sind in Gefahr, wir machen Pornos. I don't know what that said. I think because I put a stat into something, I can do another thing. I wish I could remove these because they cannot be done.
Yes, what is it?
Hail unknown. Why is it going down like that? So that's a what? Well, -6 overall. We need a 16. Yikes. Alright, so I need to figure out what the fuck the pale is. Well, that's weird, because I do have a book that references the pale.
Medicinal purposes of the pale. Flipping through the book, you find a number of sections on the general benefits of the pale. Have you taken any walks through the pale recently?
I don't even know what the pale thing is. How could I ever walk through it?
The book is frustratingly vague on this topic, but it seems that if you've walked through the pale, you would know it.
I see. I was hoping it would... Maybe I just need to read it. Well, shit. Maybe we'll find someone that'll talk to us about the pale eventually. As bad as their opening is, I'm not as tilted as to save scum until it succeeds. Alright, Kim. I think it's time for us to go EB Sleepy. Just a little skeegees. Just a little beds times. I'm gonna go to my room. I'm gonna read the book, which should pass enough time to finish internalizing that last thought.
It's getting cold.
Good night, officer.
Right. Brief look at inframaterialism. I'm sure this is going to be some great reading.
The cover of this pocket-sized volume features a swirl of orange, yellow, and green. The title, A Brief Look at Inframaterialism, is set in an authoritative yet approachable serif font.
Oh boy. Authoritative but approachable font.
What an interesting color palette. It's vibrant, yet somehow leaves you ever so slightly nauseated. On the inside jacket flap, you find a brief summary. What is inframaterialism? A highly theoretical branch of Mazovian communism? A collection of mystical ramblings by a discredited revolutionary?
Or both.
But this brief look, TM, introduces readers to one of this century's most
Trademark!
fascinating,
Not the
misunderstood
trademark on the
concise,
communist book.
jargon-free manner.
This feels like kid stuff. There's no slightly longer glance TM series.
You turn to the table of contents. The guide itself is divided into several sections with seemingly esoteric titles like Effects of Plasm on Root Vegetables and mental projection and transference. There's also a brief introduction about the life of Ignis Nielsen.
Mental protection. All right, is this about communism or are we trying to become psychers?
Known to his numerous admirers as the evangelist of the revolution, and to his even more numerous enemies as the apocalyptic Shrike. Ignis Nielsen.
That's a hell of a name.
One of the most controversial and fascinating figures to emerge in the years of the anti-centennial revolution, second only to Krasmazov himself. During his unparalleled life, he helped guide a revolution in one country and found a new state in another. Along the way, he committed some of the most notorious war crimes in an era famed for its atrocities.
Lovely.
And yet, his most fascinating contribution to history may be the most overlooked. His theory of ideological plasm, from which his followers...
Okay, so let's start the first chapter.
You probably believe that your thoughts reside in your brain.
Oh, great. Is this going to get, like, abstract existentialism?
That's not right at all. Thoughts don't exist in the brain. They float through the air.
Exactly. Thank you, Inland Empire.
Swimming through them.
Yeah, well, I mean, not so much a fish, so much as, like, my brain is piloting a bone mech with flesh armor.
Very interesting, and not so far removed from Ignis Nielsen's own theories. As Mazov's devoted comrade and leading theoretician, Nielsen was responsible for developing much of the intellectual foundation of communism. But his interests and speculations were famously wide-ranging.
I mean, if we're getting into psycher shit, then I imagine Nielsen's gonna have some interesting theories.
His final years in exile, he produced, among other things, an early guide to home brewing, instructions for raising revolutionary children, plans for a universal pictographic language, and a detailed materialist critique of Dolores Day's chess strategy.
Take out her chess strategy.
A true man of ideas, equal to any of the great DeLorean polymaths. But one subject he returned to time and time again was the fundamental relationship between thoughts and matter. We may yet discover, he wrote in his notebooks, that under certain exceptional circumstances, the proletariat's embrace of historical materialism may be so fervent that their beliefs take form in the world of matter as a kind of revolutionary plasm.
Whoa.
Always right. What's more, Nielsen speculated that this plasm, when it becomes powerful enough, might begin to influence the material reality surrounding it.
I guess it's sort of a thought mixed belief.
Materialism.
Strong enough belief or thought manifesting it.
Unfortunately, Nielsen passed away before he was able to develop these initial ideas into a full-fledged theory. That work was left to subsequent generations of communist theorists.
We could finish it!
On Nielsen's basic insight, these theorists reached a startling conclusion that a sufficiently revolutionary state might
self-perpetuating communism. Let's do this.
Based on the amount of plasm generated by its citizens.
So if we just believe in communism, it'll come true.
Is highly technical, but for the purposes of this brief look, TM, that's a fine working definition of the concept. That's because this is absolute idiocy. Not even worth
No. Logic, let it cook. Let it cook.
No. There's something here. You can feel it. Inframaterialists divide the extra-physical effects of the revolutionary state by the level of plasm required to achieve them.
All right, so how much plasm do you need? Like, does the plasm go from, like, Molotovs and then guillotines? Or, like at what level do these manifestations start taking place?
The lowest.
For our bagels, of course.
Level, revolutionary plasm is believed to stimulate or invigorate matter without altering its essential properties.
How does plasm
To take one
stimulate
example,
matter?
During the revolutionary period, many communard farmers in Grad reported extraordinary yields of certain root vegetables. Most notably,
The turnips are communists!
the difference in these yields was simply too great to be accounted for
Oh,
by
God.
climate or soil conditions. The only reasonable explanation, informaterialists argue, is the high
Fucking-
level of revolutionary
Okay.
plasm emanating from
Yeah,
the
sure.
commune itself.
When I think communism, I think turnips. Uh-huh.
Even today, in parts of the SRV, there are collective farms whose root vegetable yields exceed those thought possible by capitalist agronomists. Who's to say the farmers aren't just cooking the books? Sounds like obvious SRV propaganda. It's also been postulated that plasm may account for the remarkably full and manly facial hair observed on some.
I think
males.
I think this is on to something, chat. I think this is on to something. Oh, but we shaved. I feel like this is absolutely a dialogue that would be different depending if... actually, we didn't have a beard. We never had a beard. We had mutton chops. Well, it's because we're a cop. So, like, no matter how communists are, if you're a cop, you know, that negates the beard-growing plasm that the revolutionary spirit's giving you. You know, it's sort of a... They negate each other. So as soon as I stop being a cop, we're just gonna have a full, luxurious beard.
Of course, inframaterialists argue that revolutionary plasm may stimulate human physiology in other ways as well. In fact, reports from the revolutionary period claim that the most radically devoted
The debug can't
comrades
stop
were
about-
able
yeah,
to engage
yeah.
in vigorous intercourse for up to 8 hours at a time.
I don't think that's plasm that's being made, alright? Just,
8 hours? There's no way. Your equipment would be mashed to jelly.
impossible! 18! I really wonder what the success would be on
No
that.
wonder the communards couldn't shoot straight. They were too shagged out. Hyperproductive vegetables and ultra-horny communards are fine. But this theory hasn't quite gotten strange enough for you.
Yeah, we can get stranger.
On that note, you feel like you've gotten the general idea of inframaterialism, enough to carry on a basic conversation at least. But if you'd like to go even deeper into some of the more speculative aspects of the theory, of course you want to go deeper. The book fits quite snugly into your palm. It would also fit comfortably into a jacket pocket.
Let's see. I can fit into a pocket. I can fit into the void. We're gonna keep reading.
A few pages until you come upon a chapter titled Mental Projection and Transference.
Because the clothes are put onto a part of my body, the spin looks a little off center. I'm noticing. It's kind of silly, because like technically, the center of my model is gonna be like right here. So that's the pivot point whenever it rotates.
When a community has achieved a sufficiently high degree of revolutionary fervor, inframaterialists believe that second level effects may be
Okay,
observed.
so we level up. All right, so first level, turnips. Level 1.5, 8 hours of banging. What is level 2? What does tier 2 communism
At
unlock?
the second level, certain hyper-revolutionary individuals may even develop the ability to extend their thoughts into material space and vice versa.
Why do these only work for hypo? No, wait. Can we read
According to
minds?
inframaterialist theory, yes. Under suitably revolutionary conditions, that is. It's become something of a folk legend that during their final meeting, Nielsen and Mazov didn't speak a single word, preferring to sit in silence with their chamomile tea, reading one another's thoughts.
That makes sense. That definitely.
One of the minor tragedies of the late revolutionary period is that few reliable accounts survive. Much of what we know of the communard's activities during this period, because plasm has never been directly observed, the exact mechanism behind these effects remains entirely speculative.
I mean, it's just like trying to find the that cryptid that we're looking for.
Words, there's no evidence.
Keep seeing it around.
This mind-reading stuff is real.
Logic, why do you gotta piss on my parade, dude?
Why are you getting hung up on mechanisms?
Yeah,
Open your
Inland
mind's
Empire.
aperture just a little wider.
Open
You're
our
so
mind's
close to
aperture.
True understanding.
As long as we don't do any tree panning. I'm gonna draw a hard line. Not gonna do any tree panning. Wait, which...
This should be more than enough for a stimulating discussion. That said, if you're still yearning for more, you must. Everyone knows books save their best
Yeah!
parts so that you breeze through. the
Inland
next
Empire would
several
never teach
sections
us wrong.
until you arrive at the final chapter, titled "A Communism Above Reality."
I'm a level beyond communism.
When a
I'm an
society's
anarchist.
revolutionary
Wait, no.
fervor reaches the third and highest level, inframaterialist theoreticians have postulated that the laws of physics cease to be laws.
They become.
Like suggestions, according to some of the SRV's leading inframaterialists. Of course, it's impossible to say what exactly happens under these conditions. No known society has ever achieved the levels of revolutionary enthusiasm the theory seems to require.
Yeah, we'd have to get the whole planet on the
Some
same
inframaterialists
page.
have even argued that it might require more plasm than humanity alone may be capable of producing.
We need to find the alien communists. That makes sense. We've never gotten close to reaching the third
There
level.
are numerous stories from Samara involving bandits or fascist mercenaries being levitated by farmers from the most ideologically advanced communes. Of course, few of these incidents have ever been rigorously investigated or substantiated.
Just fucking force crush bandits and the fascist
The form of these
mercenaries.
stories also recalls several well-known Samaran folk tales. In particular, the one commonly known as Clever Oleg and the Flying Magistrate. Among known attempts to channel third-level capabilities, the most well-documented is the curious case of Coalition warship Debutante.
I've gotta know what that's about.
Sounds an interesting series of events that took place during the invasion of Revachol. As Coalition forces made landfall, a cadre of Nielsen's most fervent acolytes attempted to compress a Coalition aerostatic with their collective will.
I'm not a hobo cop. I'm a slick biker with some metal gauntlets and some books. You know, I'm the cool cop.
According to communard law, these acolytes positioned themselves at the top of a redoubt just over the bay of Revachol. From that vantage, they proceeded to visualize pinching Coalition warship Debutante between their fingers, a gesture believed to assist in the extra-physical materialization of their thoughts.
Oh god. Oh jeez. That's should use their finger pistols. Bang.
There's no evidence the communards were equipped with finger pistols, though it's unlikely
The
they would
fact that it
decisively altered the outcome.
Biker cop? We need a leather jacket if we're gonna be biker cop.
The acolytes, along with the redoubt, were vaporized in an artillery strike before the process could be completed. It's been said, though, that in the weeks following the battle, the captain of the Debutante noted an increase in incidents of crewmen striking their heads on unexpectedly low bulkheads. Of course, colorful anecdotes only scratch the surface of what inframaterialists believe may be possible in a truly third-level society. Some have theorized that such a society would be fundamentally unrecognizable.
Tequila sunset.
lacking many of the institutions we typically
You're like a
take for granted
guitar
in
stinger.
advanced societies. including organized governments, financial institutions, and law enforcement.
Law enforcement. Did we literally take morale damage because it's like law enforcement wouldn't exist?
Did that book just say there's no place for you in this future?
Oh, because we failed a half-light.
Others have argued that people living under third-level conditions will be immune to such infirmities as hunger, disease, and mental illness. In some of his later writings, Nielsen himself speculated about the potential for an extra-physical architecture that disregards the laws of bourgeois physics and instead relies on the revolutionary for structural integrity.
Gravity is just capitalism keeping us down, and without it, if we can throw off its yoke and rise up, we'll all be able to fly like birds. You want to fly out like a bird, don't you? Join the revolution. Physics. This has been a book of all time to read abstractly in third person.
Precisely. Nielsen observed that the financial system operates on the same principle of faith. So why not an architectural system? On the following page, you come across a few black and white reproductions from Nielsen's own notebooks. One sketch depicts a government ministry shaped like a great inverted pyramid, a hectare in width at the top, balanced atop foundations the size of common apartments.
I don't think that'll work.
Another depicts a leaning tower wrapped in a dramatic helix. The caption beneath it reads, "The Tower of History." Something about that tower looks awfully familiar. Could it be that's what the students were trying to recreate with the matchboxes?
Wait, but if people stop believing, the buildings will
In the
collapse.
corner of one of the reproduced notebook pages, you can make out the following words, written in Nielsen's distinctive slashing script. "A state that has lost the faith of its people has forfeited the right to exist. There is no more. You've reached the outer theoretical limits of communism. And in less than 200 pages.
200 pages? Yeah, that is certainly a snack
If
of a
you'd like
book.
to read further, may we recommend a brief look at Occidental architecture?
I see. All right, we've got our internalized
Wasteland
thought.
of reality. Congrats, you're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years though. It'll be depressing, and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
Oh, so I think we got this because I haven't drunk any alcohol every day. Wow. Interesting. It's giving us a whole bunch of malices. Still a buff. Still, worthwhile to keep. Also, I noticed that yeet did not work. Oh, because StreamerBot crashed and didn't tell me. That's strange. Huh. Let's just do Let's do a quick one. We stopped believing in communism. Ah!
The bed is comfortable.
All right. Let's get some EB sleebies.
Underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
All right, we're gonna get some more dreams.
Deftly cast
Damn it,
fishing
limbic system!
Sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you. It digs into your brain.
Dark Shore, my ass. I know what this is.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately?
I mean, I would say we've saved someone.
Murdered anyone lately?
No. Certainly have not done any murdering.
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Okay, so I'm a murderer and that's bad.
Hear that? He doesn't even flinch. Iceman doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Blackwater, under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I'm sober.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream.
Last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
The air will smell of apricots.
Hell. An ancient sadness,
Damn it!
brother.
Why couldn't it have been apricots?
10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
I don't believe you, reptilian brain.
So okay.
Doesn't sound like it'll be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
What do you mean, Inland Empire? Damn, we're not even in our bed. I'm just sitting in a chair.
On the table.